right, welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And Gary's fired up.
I am fired up.
He's a walking wand here. What's got you fired up for this reading?
Well, you know, I'm changing my display name right now to
going through the magic of pausing, give you more time to do it.
No.
Just shake your computer screen there like you're suffering a tsunami.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. I lost my library card. I need to get a new library card. I'm really fired up about that.
I can see where something like that gets you fired up.
Exactly. Who wouldn't get fired up, right?
I mean, there's some scratched up DVDs of some Jim Carrey comedies from the 90s. I'm sure you haven't gotten around to seeing yet.
Probably not. I'm still in the 60s. I got a long way to go. So apparently, the Library of Congress website, through a coding error, accidentally deleted parts of Article 1, Section 8, 9, and 10 of the Constitution.
Those are my favorite sections.
Exactly. So Section 9.
Not Section 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what those are. I'm sure it was an innocent error of pure coincidence.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Because it just so happens that Article 9 deals with Congress's ability to suspend habeas corpus. And Article 10 is about, Congress and their ability to invoke tariffs. It's just like,
two non-talking points for Trump and his administration.
I mean, I guess if you want to take an optimistic approach, he's attacked so much of the Constitution. Any part you eliminate is probably going to have a bit of a conspiracy against it.
It's just streamlining. He's streamlining the Constitution, getting rid of the bits and bobs that are inconvenient.
Absolutely.
Now, by coding error, do they mean that all the sections are coded to be displayed or not displayed, and they accidentally clicked on those on the non-display? I wonder if there are any other coding errors, like the 25th Amendment or the 14th Amendment, Section 3, that accidentally got obliterated from existence.
Yeah, it's so. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories going on, but it's just like, okay, my first thought is, okay, what the F were you doing coding the Constitution? I mean, this thing has been a document for over 200 years. I mean, it's not like it needed to be. What could you possibly be doing? And why are these the sections that your coding error happened to attack or impact? It's just not believable to me that it just happens to be habeas corpus and tariffs.
Well, let's take the believability up to another level, and why don't you throw cards on it to see if you can find some explanation for the unbelievability of it all. Habeas corpus, not habeas cat buttus.
I know. Hello, everyone.
Yes, the great has been fed. Mrs. Nesbitt is pleased.
The great disappearing white cat.
So why don't you throw on the energy of the and Trump's hand gets bruised from shaking it too much. So
so what's the energy around the Library of Congress and the Constitution for entertainment purposes only? It feels like this was not accidental.
You think?
Okay. Foundation is the King of Swords, a harsh truth, a inconvenient
like habeas corpus.
Yes. The founding fathers agreed to this document. This was something they founded the whole nation on. Even though dear leader doesn't agree with parts of it or has completely different interpretations of what the Constitution actually says, doesn't mean you just go out and delete it. The cross is the King of Cups. This goes against what the American population is all for. Everyone says how much they love the Constitution, even those that have never read it. because it's basically the star. It's the foundation of our democracy. In the past, you had the Two of Wands. There have been actions taken against the Constitution or stretching the meaning of the Constitution, or it's just we fought a war over this thing. Current situation is the victory card. This is probably Trump and his Supreme Court manipulating the Constitution to meet dear leaders' needs. Overarching energy is the Eight of Pentacles. Just working hard. It's starting to move towards Trump. It's it's heading this direction. I just want a general energy. I guess you could say a lot of people put a lot of hard work into creating the Constitution, but there's also a lot of people that are putting a lot of hard work into limiting people's rights under the Constitution. Lesson to be learned is the Tower. You could bring down all of our institutions if you just simply continue deleting sections of the Constitution. Outcome is the Empress. The Constitution is what makes the United States the place that everyone wants to be at. It grants our freedoms, it grants our rights. People get very emotional about the Constitution, and it's not a good thing if you're out there accidentally deleting bits of it. Even if it truly was an accident, that's bad. I mean, who the hell is coding this?
Maybe it's Big Balls, your buddy. Who's the Librarian of Congress, Gary?
I have no idea.
What do you know about the Library of Congress or the Librarian of Congress?
Well, it's the Library of Congress.
I don't know, but who's the librarian? What noteworthy news story are you not remembering regarding the Librarian of Congress?
Did he fire her because?
Carla Hayden, first African American female to hold that position, appointed by Barack Obama, fired in May 8th of 2025. That's roughly about the same time that Trump was told he was in the Epstein files. And then the acting Librarian of Congress is Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Oh,
your buddy. So your King of Swords is Todd Blanche. Your King of Cups is Donald Trump having a tantrum because he needs this stuff gone because it's getting in the way of whatever plans and plots he's got going. And he just feels like if you just go look in the Library of Congress, people say it's not there.
Yeah, exactly. Go look, because I don't see anything that Congress can.
If he can't see it, then neither can we. So it was never there. Why? What's the grand plan?
That's a great question.
Which is pretty much what you just asked, but what's the grand plan? Why are we doing this? Why does this matter? Two of Cups, there's an agreement in place underlying a much larger agreement. This is a cog in the process, part of a plan that's been agreed to. And they're not being able to implement the full plan. So what this is telling me is this is Project 2025 related. In the past, you got the Tower card here. To me, it's the firing the previous librarian, destroying the norms, getting Blanche in there. And much like your 8 of coins, we have the 7 of coins. Now, what can we do with this thing? How do we change the reality so we get what we want? But it's not going to work. There's just no. They may have this plan, but it's a dumb plan. It's not even worthy. I heard Marianne refer to this as the minor arcana version of the death card. It's such a feeble, ham-fisted plan that it doesn't even warrant the death card. You get the 5 of Cups with this one. It's like you barely get a participation paper that's been rumpled up and thrown at you. and probably delivered with a small hint of sarcasm. Oh, good job.
It's so funny. He was so quick to want to fire the first librarian. I wonder if something like this would cause the second librarian to get fired.
Yeah, no. Blanche is just doing what dear leader tells him to do, even if it's a dumb plan. Ham-fisted. But they're telling on themselves, by not putting it out there. It's pretty much just telling everybody what their plan is. It's just how it fits in the grand scheme of things. It's not like firing James Comey's daughter after she prosecuted Epstein and Maxwell, and then when you're cutting a deal with her, then you find out, the prosecution would usually be sitting in on it. Now we know why she got fired.
Yep, exactly.
This one, it's like maybe there's something they try and enact later, that if somehow the Library of Congress version of the Constitution doesn't have it in there, then they're going to make an argument that that's the official document. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yes. So what was Trump thinking? Or what was Project 2025 thinking that they were going to do with this?
Maybe this was Eric's plan. Maybe Eric said, Dad, I've got a cunning plan.
We've got the foundation is the major arcana of judgment, getting people to stand up for what they believe in. End of the world, and bringing something to the end of the cycle, or something that impacts the world. Guys, 2 for 2 major arcana. Okay, underneath it, you've got the 6 of Cups, just wanting to go back to simpler times. The thing is, it's not even an amendment. It's an actually foundational part of the Constitution. This is Congress's powers. Maybe what they're trying to do is they're trying to get MAGA to rise up and help limit the congressional powers.
I can't do that. This would be something that Trump would declare. It would go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court would rule on it. And then they could just take that part out while it's being challenged when he suspends, like if he declares martial law.
Yeah, it has that feel to it so far. Just trust me. I got this. I can take care of you with this. Don't get upset. There's the third time this card showed up, the 7 of Pentacles. Or no, actually, I take that back. This is the first time I've thrown it. 7 of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. Just looking at that Constitution on what I like and what I want to remove. And then just the current energy is the 10 of Wands, the burden. All these things I want to do that is being slowed down by the process, by the governmental process, if you will. Maybe this is his way of streamlining. I don't know. Overarching energy is 7 of Swords. Hoping that no one was going to notice that I took all these clauses out.
I wonder if they know where the Lincoln bust is these days.
Yeah. Lesson to be learned is the 7 of Wands. Defend your democracy. And the outcome is the Magician. It's just Project 2025 and Trump just trying to manifest a result. Right now, it's taking too much effort, and they want to remove the things that are causing this burden, and that way they can fight more effectively. Kind of what I'm getting from that.
I just think Trump's talked about suspending habeas corpus, and he's been pushing back on tariffs, declaring that he has the right to do it. And I believe both of those cases are supposed to go before the Supreme Court. Yep. So I just think that, for Carter, will the Supreme Court entertain either of these two things as plausible? Because I don't think they will. For Carter, Page of Coins. Well, unless Arlen Crow comes in and gives him a lot of money.
Boy, oh boy.
Great cards. What will the Supreme Court do? Well, they have a big opportunity here, but their arms are tied, bringing things to an end, and betrayal, disappointment, 9 of coins. I think there's a lot of money that could be made by suspending that, just by suspending those things. I don't think they're going to do it right out, but it's kind of a backup plan. And if things are going bad and Trump needs to be saved, then they can go in and throw something out there saying, he can temporarily suspend habeas corpus and with tariffs, Lord knows how they would get around that one, but they would come up with some hand-waving
as you
argument.
mentioned, the tariffs right now are going through the Court of Appeals, the appeals court. It's going to go to the Supreme Court after, because it's kind of speculated that the appeals court is going to uphold that, no, you don't have the ability to unilaterally negotiate tariffs. And then it'll go to the Supreme Court. And it's just, how do you interpret the death card and the 3 of swords? What's coming to an end, and who's got the broken heart?
They have accommodated Trump so much. It would seem to me that they will try again to carve out something like, well, the presidential emergencies power will allow him to do that for a period of time. Yeah, who knows? This court is so corrupt, as anything that they do is believable at this point.
All right. Well, how will Trump and MAGA feel about the Supreme Court decision on tariffs and habeas corpus? Queen of Swords, the truth came out. Queen of Wands, a lot of actions were being taken. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Judgment. Either I need to shuffle these cards, or these stand up for what you believe in. And there's your Ace of Pentacles underneath it. It's show me the money. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm kind of with you, Dave. I think they're going to try and find some sort of carve out for him.
Yeah, we do. He may not, at the end of the day, he may not be around. He may not be healthy enough or presidential enough for them to enact this.
Current energy.
Exactly. Trump could go to the big McDonald's in the sky, and then all this will be fairly moot unless J.D. Vance somehow thinks that the Supreme Court owes him a bunch of favors.
Boy.
Anything else you want to read on this topic?
No, I think we've milked this thing for what it's worth.
I thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight with this kind of nonsense. And leave a comment. I read them all and respond to many.
Yeah, and then Gary likes to, when he's responding to those comments, he likes to write down people's names and stalk them.
That's very true.
Their social media posts and stuff like that.
Yes.
Got a lot of time on his hands.
It's too much time on my hands. So I want to give out just one shout out today.
Just one.
Just one. No, I lied. I'll give out a couple. Let's see.
Would you like some waffles to go with that waffling?
Yes, I would.
Syrup, maybe?
Well, it's just I've got what I do is when people make contributions to the channel, I take a photo and I put it on my phone. But if I don't delete it, I can't remember if we've actually shouted them out for their thoughtful contribution. So I may have a couple of repeat shout outs. So Cindy Collins, thank you so much for your kind contribution to the channel. Uh-oh.
My deck is upside down.
Oh dear. I guess I did.
Yeah, we shook all the money out of her pockets.
And Carol Washburn, thank you so much for your kind contribution.
Very, very wise contribution.
Yes, indeed. And then let's just give one more. See who's in the comments right now.
Bob.
Karen Lee. Hi, Karen Lee. How are you?
Karen Lee. Karen Lee was slept in and got to the comments late.
Got to quite late. All right, and then a card for the rest of us. The Two of Swords. We know you have a choice. I'm sorry this was the choice.
Yeah, sorry you chose this one. You won't get that 20 minutes back. Maybe you watched it at 1.5 speed. It only cost you 14 minutes.
Exactly. Thank you so much, folks.
All right, take care, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video.